A very, very happy hello to all my wonderful children out there. And today I'm going to tell you a story about a warrior king, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. You will read more about him as you grow in your history, geography, and literature classes. So, once upon a time, hundreds of years ago, in the year 1630, a son was born to Shahji Bhonsle and Jijabai Bhonsle. Now, he was born in the hill fort of Shivneri in Pune. His parents lovingly named him Shiva after the goddess of the fort, Shivai. Now, Shivaji was born at a time when India was a slave to so many foreign invaders. Now, Shivaji's father, Shahji Bhonsle, was a high-ranking official at the Bijapur Sultanate. He was a Jagirdar over there. So while he worked at Bijapur, which was in the southern part of India, Shivaji spent his early childhood years at Pune with his mother, Jijabai, and guardian, Dadoji Kondev. Well, so many stories tell us that he spent a great deal of his time at the Lal Mahal in Pune. Right since childhood, Shivaji was a brave child who took to learning archery, horse riding, and martial arts. Martial meaning the art of fighting in a battle or a war. Now, why would he learn martial art? Because, as I said, he was born in a time when India was a slave. So, he was deeply disturbed by the cruel acts committed by the Mughal emperors. He often wondered why his father worked for a foreign ruler. He wanted to fight for the rights of his people. He wanted that his clan, the Marathas, should rule themselves and not be ruled by a foreign ruler. And that was how the seeds of the Maratha Empire were laid by a brave Shivaji. Now, Shivaji would spend a great many hours learning archery, riding through the jungles and mountains and hills, and at the same time, he would listen for hours to his mother, reciting from epics like Ramayana and Mahabharata. So both these facts had a deep influence on him. And that's how he kept this in mind while raising the absolutely strong Maratha Empire. Shivaji is known for many things. Let's talk about his guerrilla warfare tactics. What is guerrilla warfare? So, children, in those times, to establish your might as a king, the easiest way was to capture as many forts as possible. Now, Shivaji wanted to do that, but without shedding blood. His aim was not to kill, but his aim was to establish his right. So at the same time, he was very aware of the geography of his land. He knew each hill, forest, path, river, mountain. So he used this knowledge and he started leading his men in sudden attacks on the enemy, taking them by surprise. He used out-of-the-box techniques like surprise attacks and surrounding the enemy from all sides so that they had no option but to accept defeat without shedding much blood. That was known as his guerrilla warfare tactics. He was also very sharp and intelligent. He realized that he needed a navy, to protect his forts which were on the coastline. So it is said that he raised a naval force with 700 ships and built many forts as well, like the Jaigarh, Vijay Durg and Sindhu Durg fort. A along with being a great warrior, Shivaji was very kind and secular. Secular meaning he had respect for all religions. He had great respect for women and was also very merciful towards those who surrendered in war. And slowly he built a great Maratha empire and was crowned as Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj in 1674 at the fort of Raigad. His story is really long and full of heroic tales. But what can we learn from Shivaji in this short story that I have just recited? Now let's revise. Shivaji made the best use of a couple of things. Number one, his strength, meaning he knew his land, he knew his geography, he knew every river fort near him. So he used that, and that's how he came up with the guerrilla warfare tactics. Second, he used his mother's teaching and his guru's teachings to the fullest. That's why, even though being a warrior, he remained kind, he remained secular, and he remained merciful. So, children, just as you go to school and learn your alphabets, your numbers, different subjects, have you learnt to use them in your real life? Don't just learn the ABC and the 1, 2, 3 and the subject to just write it for examination or in your notebook. Rather, you got to be strong, brave, and practical like Shivaji. How? Well, create a new song every day and sing it to your teacher from the letters, alphabets, or numbers that you have learned. Write a new word, draw a new picture, write a new essay, write a new story, make new friends, and learn new arts just like him. That's how, my dear children, you can find the brave Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj in each of you. Jai Bhavani, Jai Shivaji. Wishing each of you a very happy and blessed Shivaji Jayanti.